You're no longer waiting for anybody around you to take the action that you want to take. And I think that it's taken a lot for you to come to a point where you're just like, okay, I'm going to do what I need to do for me. Like, this is giving me who you kind of had to put on like this wall around you where it's like, as much as you don't want to have to do this, it's about you right now. This is all about you. And I know that it feels uncomfortable. I know that it feels like you want to do something more, like you want to help other people, like you want to get them to see. And it's hard to get people to see what they're not fully accepting. And I think that you're at a point where you know the truth. You've always known the truth, and you have always wanted to speak the truth and help other people see the truth. But until they're ready to actually acknowledge the truth, they're not going to be able to take the necessary steps that you're taking. So I feel like you could have been like this energetic rope for these people. Like, you were holding on. You were in the lead. They were holding on to the other end. You were always the one that was pulling this rope for these people, trying to get them to follow the lead, follow your lead, because you know, I'm not saying you know everything, but you knew the way. In what you knew the way out of this. Or you knew the truth and you wanted other people to see it. So this is like, you were always this energetic, pulling these people out of this energy. And I feel like the more you pulled and the more they resisted, the more they pulled you back when you were trying to go forward. So I think that you had to literally, I'm just seeing the rope being snapped in half. And I don't even think this was your doing necessarily. I think it was because it was going so back and forth that the rope over time, like, you know, when you're like putting on, you have a rope and you're like doing like this and it like starts to like break away in the middle. Like, that's what was happening, is it was too much. And now that it broke, it was like, okay, you know, I'm going to keep going. Are you going to come with me? And it's like, if they decide not to, then you're going to keep going because you deserve, and the sun is starting to shine right now. Like, you deserve to be in the motherfucking sunshine. And if the people that you wanted to help don't want to be in the sunshine at the same time as you, or they're having a hard time, it's not up to you to go back there and pull them out when they might just pull you right back in. And this isn't to say that these people are bad people or they have bad intentions. Everybody has their own lessons to learn in this lifetime, and the more that you went back, you were going into their lessons. You were going into their karmic energy. You were going into what they needed to face. And you were trying to get them to face it by you telling them how to face it. And it's like, you were inserting yourself into that karmic energy, which was actually giving you more lessons to learn. And the lessons for you to learn was to choose you, because you already experienced your karmic lessons. I'm not saying like, you know, we're always going to have lessons to learn in this lifetime. You learned what you needed to learn. That's why you had the lead in that energy where you were the one pulling them out, because you already learned those lessons. These people needed to learn them on their own. You can never get somebody to learn a lesson that they haven't learned. So it's almost like you come to a realization that you cannot help these people. You can't pull them out of what they were in. You needed to move forward. No matter who it was you were leaving behind, even just energetically, it's like you had to choose you. There was no way around you going back and forth, because you were just continuously inserting yourself into someone else's karmic lesson. 333 when I say that. So now that you're exiting this energy, you're exiting this karmic energy, which is allowing it to fall off of you. Because these lessons were never yours. You learned the lesson in that, though, which was choosing yourself and moving forward regardless. And I think that it's been a lot for you to have to face that, because sometimes we don't want to leave people behind. Sometimes we don't want to let go of what we thought we needed to do. And it could have been a control issue too. It could have been something that you felt like you needed to control the external circumstance, control this person's actions. And it's like realizing how much of a burden you are placing on yourself by needing to control other people's decisions. And now that you're like, wow, all I can really control is how I move forward. And it just feels like the energy, now that you've let go, the universe is like, I just see them pushing you forward, because you were not meant to be back here. But clearly, obviously, for some reason, like, that was the lesson you needed to learn. So now that you learned it, it's like the universe is shoving you forward. They're not letting you just walk along. They're literally shoving you, because you learned the lesson, and now this lesson is meant to be whatever it is that you do. I feel like you're meant to be somebody that shares what you learn. Or even if it's not that, it's just like, I feel like the universe needed you to get to that point so that you can actually understand it And now it feels like all of this energy is coming back to you tenfold so that you can continue to move forward. And it's almost like the more you move forward, the more you're actually going to be a mirror for these people and an example for these people and an inspiration for these people to show them what it looks like to actually move forward, because you were showing them what it looked like to hold on, to be there for somebody, to show them the way. You planted the seeds. That's all you can do. And now that you're actually moving forward, they're going to get to see you move forward, and they're going to get to choose, do I want to move forward with them, or do I want to continue to stay here until I learn the lesson? So that's basically what's going on right now. And I feel like your energy is like, I feel really hyped up right now. So your energy could be feeling very energized or because you don't have this weight on you anymore. And I think that right now, the more you get shoved forward, the more you're going to continue to evolve and ascend and just continue to learn. And I think that this was a big learning lesson for you to understand boundaries, no matter who it's with. Do you know what I mean? Like, it could be people that you're really close to, it could be people that you really love, and it is hard, but it's like one of the biggest lessons was the universe asking you, are you going to choose yourself no matter what, no matter who it is? And you did. And now the universe is like, you're ready. Like, you're ready for whatever it is that you're walking towards. You're ready, and you just prove to the universe that you're ready.